episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our supreme and master speakers, Omeji Cat Comet, Erizu Yamakawa, Alex Franco AV, Winebow Brood, Psyche, Azuta Starbreeze, Cletus Oreo, Nina Grimstarter, Lily Black, Bob CC, Mikta Rabentau, Edwin, Arcadia Lunashine, Anathus Moonscar, Pamela Isley, Camille Grinno, Elenriel Maximus, Codrith Novelist, Mira Miri, Suno Chicano, Celestau Notrell, Lazy Boy, A Wild Sarah, Luke Osborne, Pandaloo Stormarrow, Tex, Kai Lynn, Arthur Law, Biridan Derard, Signpup, Spencer Christmas, Noy Fafnir, Chester Saltiri, Celine DeLuden, Bobs the Wolf, Severa, Circuit Barrackeel, AJ Brainswordson, Kazran, and Nat Clay. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/SpeakersXIV. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Eorzeans. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 341. I'm Lakeel Bravestone, and I'm joined today by Georgi Wiston, Mela Vanadar, and Rolodes. Hello. Oh, our slides just disappeared. It is March 11th, 2023, and there's been a few things happening in the Final Fantasy XIV community. Patch 6.35 is out. We will give a partial review, I'll say, of what came out. We can't give full reviews because of obvious reasons. There also community drama, I guess you could call it, the Lalafell share. We will be talking about it today. And of course, we'll be reading your MogMail, speakersxiv.com/MogMail. Stay tuned for the post show. We'll be answering questions from the Syndicate. All right, let's jump into recent events. And in our first story, Encyclopedia Eorzea Volume 1 and 2 are now available as ebooks on Amazon, and I believe there was one other service, but I mean Amazon is the big one.
Yeah, please support Amazon more than anyone else.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good. A lot of people have been requesting this, and now it's available.
If you've not got the book and they haven't managed to reprint it, and remember you can buy like the art books and these encyclopedias on other sites like Amazon as well now as well.
Yeah.
But if you can't pick one up, you can get the ebooks. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You do not get the item.
No, that's important to know. Yeah, you do not get the
in-game items.
Naming way.
And the Matoya's hat, I think.
Matoya's hat, yeah.
You don't get them, but
do they
to be fair, they're going to be like £7 or less.
Can you still get the physical ones? Are they still available? Or because I remember they did a restock semi-recently.
Yes,
I
they
think,
did.
but it might be sold out again.
You can get them on. I can buy them on Amazon 1 and 2.
Okay.
They're £6.19. Get it tomorrow. Free Prime 1-day delivery.
There you go. For those that live in Amazon-covered countries.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Lakeel or I could get 1-day delivery from Amazon.
What a dream!
The Encyclopedia Eorzea.
Yeah,
the plight of the unlivid, the unburdened.
Sounds like a utopia. I can't imagine just getting it immediately.
Not for the workers.
That's true. That is true. That is dystopian. Okay. Next, Eureka Orthos, world first. It has happened. It was Pillowy Zeal from Chaos.
What'd they go as? Was it Warrior? I think.
Yes, it was Warrior because it was self-sustained. Pillowy Zeal is most well known for being the person that has put together the guides for Palace of the Dead, Heaven on High, and Eureka Orthos.
Ah.
One of the most the most well-known guides, at least.
I see.
There are many of them.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Congrats.
We will
It's
talk.
considered to be the easiest of the 3, but that doesn't mean it's not a
Yes.
challenge.
Yeah.
So get out there and get your once and future king/queen.
Yeah. We will.
It's a great title.
Brilliant
Yes, it
title.
is a good title. We'll talk more about Eureka Orthos in our review. And moving on to the strangest.
Yes,
News?
use this picture.
Announcing the PUMA, however you want to pronounce it, Final Fantasy XIV collection. This I would need to acknowledge this CGI render. This
So horrible.
I mean, you can't see the full image with the Alizé at least, but I want you to know, and I said this to them in private, this is the most swagless image I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
This is the least amount of Riz. No Riz, negative Riz, no swag, no nothing, no bitches. No, it's
No.
Estinian looks terrible. He is not Gorpcore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Estinian
You're
in
completely wrong.
particular does not fit these
These
clothes.
lads, Rollo, would be pulling up to the club, and they would be pushed to the front of the line.
Yeah.
Okay, they would be VIPs in that
Yeah.
establishment.
Yeah. So yeah, here's the post on the Lodestone. We're excited to announce a brand new collaboration between Final Fantasy XIV and PUMA, the iconic sportswear brand. Warriors of Light will soon be able to glamour themselves head to toe in a wide range of styles and apparel. Created to celebrate the upcoming 10th anniversary of Final Fantasy XIV, the designs take inspiration from the duality of light and dark and feature a contrasting color palette, while imagery from the world of 14 combines with PUMA DNA to deliver an elevated aesthetic.
It's bad.
Designed,
I mean,
yeah,
it's nasty.
Sorry. Yeah, well, yeah. There's a few pieces that are okay, I think, but designed by PUMA. I can't decide how to pronounce it. I'm just
Well, it
gonna say.
depends if you're British or American.
Yeah, I know,
It's
and
the
you
same as
know that
tuna
I
and
am
tuna.
torn internally between which one I should.
You just make it
PUMA.
Add an R in there. Poomer.
PUMA, designed by
PUMA.
PUMA for Final Fantasy XIV. This selection of footwear, apparel, and assorted accessories will ensure you are equipped wherever your adventure leads. Check out some of the new looks you will soon be able to gear up in. Get ready to raise your item level as the full PUMA Final Fantasy XIV
PUMA?
collection will launch on PUMA.com and select PUMA retail locations starting March 25th, 2023. The collection is available to view on PUMA's website, so eager Warriors of Light can start planning out their gear upgrades ahead of launch. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's
the only
it's some outfits.
I don't want any of the outfits, like the clothes. I'll
will
live
say-
without, but the shoes are
the
nice.
hoodie looks very comfortable, but I don't think
I
I'd want to
agree.
wear a fat cat motif in public.
Yeah, there's the public thing that I would struggle with.
See, I don't have that level of shame, so I think I would be willing to wear the hoodie. But I don't really like most of this. What we're looking at right now.
No.
I agree with Lakil.
Yeah.
The shoes are the best part. I really want the Zodiac colored shoes.
The shoes are all right.
And
The-
they're actually bad in price. It was like $120 for the shoes, which for promotional shoes,
Yeah,
for sneakers, I would
Yeah.
say aren't bad.
Yeah,
I don't like the t-shirt. It's cute. It has the fat cat, and it has the icons for the classes, which isn't that aesthetic. But then it says just PUMA Final Fantasy XIV on it.
yeah.
And I don't know. I don't really like the brand being just so emblazoned on things.
That's why you get it. You get the Puma.
That's why you get it, Mela,
No,
so
but
people
like-
know that you bought the brand.
It can be on the back somewhere. I don't need it front and
Yeah.
center.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the
I think
hoodie's
I would
not
rock the hoodie. It looks bad in this picture, or maybe it's just the stream.
The fat
This
cat one, the
render looks
gamer
bad,
hoodie.
Rollo.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
picture is
But
bad.
It is not that dark. At least it looks
No,
like in
it's
person.
spray and
No, it's
black.
not. It's very difficult to see. But yeah, the fat cat motif is easier to
It's
see on the
absolutely
actual.
the best one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also
Like it.
kind of like the slip-on like slippers thingies.
the slides.
That's what they call them, slides.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what they were called. I'm
No,
not
I mean,
cool
that-
enough to know that.
That's just like a Nike thing. They have like Nike slides.
Well, I didn't get to see them. They're not on the UK one.
But does this like not remind you of that like kind of aesthetic and fashion style that was going around in like the early to mid 2010s, the sad boys aesthetic, you know? I feel like these
I know
guys
what
would
you
all
mean.
be sad boys. you know?
Yeah.
Mm,
They have the little frowny face that said like sad boys.
Mhm,
I remember that.
mhm.
Alizé would beat you up for that.
Yeah.
Sad girls can be sad boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy you the bucket hat,
Oh.
all of you.
I
I want
ironically
you
wear
to
the bucket
all
hat.
look like Jamiroquai.
There, I just, that does not look good on him in this art, this render. I'm sorry. He looks.
I think it's just wildly expensive.
Everything's expensive. Yeah, that too.
Like not that. Like Are you really gonna pay £40 for a gaming T-shirt?
Yeah, that's the
It
thing.
better be the nicest feeling T-shirt I've ever worn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
No, it's going to be the cheapest cotton fiber you've ever felt in your life. It's going to hurt your nipples.
Yeah.
I don't want. Well, just get it from somewhere else where it will feel nice. I know shops that I like, and so why would I use this one?
Yeah.
I mean, accounting for shipping, I pay a decent amount for fucking speakers t-shirts, so...
Well,
That's
yeah,
true.
but that's for the meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're doing this for the meme. I mean, if you're wearing the Final Fantasy 14 bucket hat,
That's
as the
true.
Well,
Puma
Yeah.
to be fair, that's
That
the
is true.
shipping you're paying for, though. Like the shipping is probably more
No, I
expensive
know.
than the shirt at this point. So
Yeah, but that's still ultimately how much I'm willing to
Oh,
pay
I
for
see.
the...
Yeah, yeah.
ha-
Well, here you
if
would
these
have.
shipping as well, because these are
This
like
would be cheaper.
£110
Well,
for a hoodie.
Yeah, well, these are expensive, but I feel like I'd be able to... I wouldn't have to import them, because the shirts
true.
don't come within Australia, whereas I think this will probably...
True.
Like, it is a Puma brand thing. I think it will just be available here, like Uniqlo stuff is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whatever you want. Also, I think isn't Puma like? Are we? How are we? Are we supposed to
there's
not
been
like
some.
Puma?
There's some drama around Puma.
I can't keep
Puma.
track,
They
but
Well,
I think there's something bad about
they,
it.
There's a tweet
they
going
have
around.
specific political affiliations, which you may or may not be for or against.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They have some interest in the Israeli-Palestinian region.
Ah.
I love Coco Chanel, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, come on. You don't. I'm not going to explain that one.
No,
Come on.
I don't think you need
No.
to. It's fine.
Well, my understanding is that like Coco Chanel has done everything they can to disentangle themselves from her as a person.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm talking about the creator. I'm talking about the lady herself.
Okay, we're talking.
Oh.
Well, that's sometimes unclear when they have the same name.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I don't think
anyways.
many people have much to do with her anymore. Isn't she dead?
But Coco Chanel.
Yeah.
She died in the
feel like
70s.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
long dead. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
in the
so-
1800s.
Yeah. Okay.
Lovely.
Right. That's it. Puma. Out there if you want
Yeah.
to, I guess.
Get on it. Or don't.
Uh,
We're not in charge of your flipping wallets.
We have arrived.
I fancy myself a bit of an expert on this subject matter.
Well, I think we need to let
I've
people
got up to
into
about
this because a
page
lot of people
26.
may not know what's going on. So we're gonna give the full rundown. Okay. With patch 6.35, 14 got a new piece of furniture, a chair.
Mhm.
Yes.
It was called the Lalafell Lifter.
Mhm.
And now you, dear listener or viewer, may not understand why this is a point of controversy. You might think, "Oh, cool," but no.
Mhm.
Oh no, that is not what certain groups within 14 thought. I will read the first post of a now infamous forum thread, and I think that will introduce this topic quite well. Please change/rename Lalafell Lifter. As the title says, with patch 6.35, we received some new housing items, one of them being the Lalafell Lifter. We have been begging for Lalafell furniture for the longest time, especially after visiting Tomra and seeing all of the Lalafell-incised furniture. We haven't had an official Lalafell furniture since the step stool, so we were excited to finally have something that wasn't huge or way over our heads. Except this piece of furniture is not what we were hoping for. It's insulting, and a lot of my friends think the same. It looks like a toddler's high chair. It doesn't even look like a proper chair with proper backing and arms. It's forced to stay a pure white color, and the dyeable area is the part that makes it look like a furniture chair. We've been hoping for Lalafell beds, tables, anything. But this? The chair is great as a high chair in general, but not when most descriptions in a lot of languages note that it's specifically good for children and toddlers. Please reconsider changing the design default white wood to a more neutral look, or rename it to anything else that doesn't allude to Lalafell's specific term. I don't want to even imagine going to people's in-game houses or RP venues just to be told to go sit in the child's corner.
There needs to be some further info on this first post. This has been edited for that last paragraph. Originally, their request was for it to just be removed entirely.
Yes, that is true.
I hate having opinions on things. I wish people didn't have opinions either. I'm tired of hearing them.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yep.
Shut up. I'm done.
Literally shut up.
No. Like, if you didn't shut up, I wouldn't have had so much fun.
Yeah.
Reading through these posts. Have you ever seen a larger gathering of people who have not breathed fresh air for the past 15 years of their life? Just the sheer unimaginable audacity to request this. You could have done so much good in the world.
Yeah, and
I don't think these people were capable of good in the world, maybe.
Maybe not. But you could have at least used your time for a cause.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah, there's there's some, and it's funny. This is a very funny just thread in general, because the first replies are all by Lalafell characters, and they
Everyone's
all agree. And then eventually other people come in and was like, "What the hell's going on in here?"
I mean, if you get to the later pages, there's even Lalafells are like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
yes.
normal.
Yeah, none of the furniture. I will say this: none of the furniture in 14 seems to fit. I mean, the furniture is always made with the largest race in mind. You can tell. The beds are over. I play as a Hur. My back will never touch any chair, like the back of any chair.
Exactly.
I will never look right in a bed because the beds are huge.
That's a blessing.
I know.
If beds were that big in real life, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, but you'll see that all of the chairs are overtuned for the largest race in the game because they have to. That's how it is. You can't get Lalafell only furniture. You're not that special. I'm sorry.
You're not that special.
I'm gonna say something, and I am sorry if people are hurt by this one, but I think some Lalafell players have a sincere persecution complex.
Mm.
I agree with you.
I get that sometimes people will make fun of you for being a Lalafell player to an extent, it's bothering your average play.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes people are they love being the Lalafell a martyr. It's like, they're making fun. They're petting me in Limsa.
Yeah,
you're completely right.
This is an MMO. This is not real life. You are playing a fantasy character.
Okay, no matter who you are in real life, you are not a Lalafell. You will never be a Lalafell, no matter what. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no way you could. They don't exist. It is fantasy.
You're breaking people's hearts right now. Shut up.
Please.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Doesn't matter that they made a chair.
There's already the thing with the Mikota, the not the Mikota furniture, but you know the climbing, the steps
They
thing.
have a climbing.
That
Yeah,
literally
that's
in the
true.
description says that cats like it Mikote too. Like it's already making fun of that. Like this is just
Giraffes
the
get a
world.
salt lick.
Yeah.
The Ellison Salt Lake.
Yeah. Which
Just deal with it.
Horrifying.
yeah.
If you can't take being petted every now and then, and an occasional reference to being a potato, I don't know what to
Like,
say.
No.
Like,
Just change race then, or
if
just stop,
someone
I
came
don't
up
know.
to you in like a dungeon and they were like, stinky loser, Lalafell, stinky cat boy, idiot,
Yeah.
like just unsolicited, it's like, okay, that's you're being
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
But
it's
That's
subtle,
just the internet.
yeah.
a little
It's
jab,
not
but
nice,
you're-
don't we're not going to condone anyone saying you're a stinky Lalafell, but it's not like going to ruin your life.
No.
Just block them when you leave the dungeon.
Yeah.
I
Crazy.
think the only thing that has like any leg to stand on really is like the comment about infantilizing Lalafell,
Yeah.
which I think does happen sometimes
Of
in the
course.
game, which is a little weird. But like, it's never seemed to happen in like the actual text of the game, like the story.
Right.
Like, not that I remember really, but
No.
it seems
No,
the few occurrences are more so in like a
it'd be
fucking
weird
item
if they.
description.
Yeah, it'd be weird if they infantilized Lalafell in the story because there are like canonical, like relationships between Lalafell and the other races.
Yeah.
If that was a thing that was common, it would be very creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can
But
you can yeah, go on, Rolla.
It's so far and few between like any major Lalafell character is not infantilized unless they're just like actually helpless in some
Yeah.
kind of way.
Yeah.
Like it, like Tataru is treated like an adult.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
The
sometimes
most
make fun of her.
close, like childlike character who's a Lalafell is Nanamo, probably because of the way
Yeah.
she gets carted around
Yeah.
on Raoban's shoulder like a little baby.
But
Yeah.
she's
mean,
like
she's
actually
also-
helpless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's also only like 16, and before like she was like actually she was 11 in 1.0 or something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
so
she would've been, yeah.
She is young.
Yeah.
And no NPC in game, not that I can remember or ever heard of, will ever address your character as being like a baby for being or like
No.
hinting at that kind of
No,
stuff. Or,
exactly.
You can't
It's all in your head or interactions with
if
other
people
players.
choose to call you a baby, yeah, okay. Well, sometimes people say things, you know. People sometimes
Yeah.
this is a lesson to all of you. Sometimes people say things, and
That's
you
so
just
fucked
have
up.
to deal
I
with
hate that.
that, you know. Unfortunately, and if one of those things that people say is like you're a baby because you play a little Lalafell, okay, I get
Yeah.
called vanilla for playing here. Okay,
Yeah.
I move on.
Well,
you know,
Every single race has stereotypes about them in this game.
yeah. Like they call me vanilla
Ellisons.
gill seller, you know, because it's just
Yeah.
a hure, you know.
The
It's
giraffe, the Dalmel,
basic. Yeah.
an actual salt licker.
Yeah.
It has
Derplander.
an in-game item
Salt
where they
licker.
lick salt
Yeah.
like a giraffe, an animal.
Yeah.
They don't get that upset.
Yeah. No. So, you know, just
I would-
calm
I
down,
would, you know,
everyone.
yeah, just calm down.
Calm
There's-
down. There's other things to complain about, which we will later in the show. So look forward to that. There we go. We move on to the next story. Well, actually, no. We have MogMail now. So let's jump into that. Here we go. MogMail. This is from a rare beast from
One.
alternate from alternate Balmung. Lally ho! Speaking of, dearest speakers of Norrant, today suddenly I am writing about matters of the first, so I've adjusted as such. I don't want to kick off another discussion about the elementals in particular. Oh, here we go. Someone likely thought I was getting, I was getting my hopes up here. Nor am I asking anyone to justify their feelings on them. However, I want to question why the elementals get such vitriolic hatred from everyone, but the Pixies are on the opposite end of the spectrum, somewhere between beloved and ignored. The Pixies don't even allow, much less protect people living in their home. They trick mortals. I know some folks who hate Muggles, but not the Pixies too. And they commit horrific acts of body horror on people at their capricious whim, sending them into untold torment. Before anyone asks, yes, I have done the Pixie tribe, and yes, I have done the Pixie custom deliveries. But the instant I get the opportunity, I will visit the Lost Children arc of Berserk upon them. If you do not understand, oh my god, if you do not understand the reference, I'm sure you have a good enough idea. The only reason I'm unwilling to toss the entire first into the fire is because of the dwarves. Peace and love, a rare beast. One, sorry, a rare beast one. This is the alternate Balmung, the first. Okay, well,
well, I've said that potentially the Pixies are the first version of the elementals.
Yeah.
I don't really think they are, but there's some link there maybe.
Yeah.
I don't love the Pixies. I hated them at the time.
No.
And they've only grown on me because they don't choose to torment me anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I think the Pixies are always dope. I love them.
I mean, they look nice.
Yeah.
But they're just a bit annoying. They were like the Muggles of the first, in a way.
Yeah.
It feels like their relationships with other races have improved with time as well.
Yeah.
Whereas I have seen no sense of progression in any direction from the elementals.
Exactly.
Because I haven't seen anything from them.
Are the
I don't even see
ultimate
them.
old people.
Like, the thing is, too, is just like, I think I might have said this before, too. Thousands of times we talk about the elementals and Pixies. We're just like, they have a different set of morals because they're just on a different level in a way, you know?
Yeah.
And that's fine. I think it explains a lot of their behavior. And like there's like a sound logic to it in their own way. Now, you can't apply that to elementals because it seems like they have no logic. Their logic is just to inconvenience you at first and then maybe chip in later for some reason.
Yeah.
I will defend the elementals a little here. Elementals do have a logic. It's just incompatible with our own. So we don't know what they like and what they dislike necessarily until they make that clear.
That is fair.
Yeah.
If the elementals aren't like some sort of conduit to the ultimate ancient, like Cthulhu-esque, just space god or something, then I don't really know what their deal is. Like, clearly they have some kind of omnipotence around the shroud, at least. They bully people, and they just like genocide people for fun, but then sometimes they just help everyone. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
You know, they probably, I mean, the more I think about the elementals, the more similar to the Pixies they become, because the Pixies as well can be invisible and you don't see them. I mean, and also, you know, speaking of body horror, we know the elementals can turn them into amber scale, like people.
Exactly, that is just the leaf man of the source.
Yeah.
I think they probably are meant to be the same, like, you know, versions of each other. But I don't think they're going to go that way lore-wise, because I think the elementals are a little bit more mysterious and interesting, that they're going to use them for something else.
Yeah, because there is this, like... Yeah, there is that is a big difference between them, I guess, is that it was hard to talk to them, like communing with the elementals was like a big deal. Like there is something else mysterious, but what? There's no link. Yeah. Like we can't really seem to link them to the 12. At least not yet, even though there was a reference to it in the quest from the previous patch, but it was more of just a mention and not like didn't give us anything. And Heidelin is, I mean, spoilers, but Heidelin's not here anymore. So
why were the elementals in Eureka, by the way? Like, what's that I mean, they don't play any part in it, but
So-
their models are just there, and they're called
So,
elementals.
Their model. Well, yes, that's true. But if you look in the first lore book, elementals can refer to more than just the ones that we associate with Gridania and the Shroud. Like elementals also refers to just like creatures that are of a element
Yes.
or attuned to an element.
Yeah.
Don't they have
Well,
a
what
different
about the
name?
anima? In the
Sprites are
relic
Sprites are technically elementals.
Yeah, that's true. They're just lower beings. They're just, more basic, if you will.
Also, I feel like I can describe a Pixie's motives really easily.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they have the
Yeah.
advantage of that, like we have Pixie lore in real life, and what they're about.
Yeah.
But like, I could not map out elemental logic at all as to like what the thinking is behind any kind. I don't have to agree with the decision. Obviously, I could think it's bad, but it feels like there's no thought behind it, and it's just like being written to inconvenience you.
Yeah. You can logic out what a pixie wants, whereas with an elemental, it's significantly more difficult unless you have like a Pagile with you.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, they just kind of they seem to do whatever will keep them going and is most beneficial to them, but at the same time, what can cause the most inconvenience and harm to you.
Right.
Like they don't seem to like anyone
Mm-hmm.
in the forest, but they don't want them to go away completely.
Right.
So I don't know what they want. And we should get rid of them. Burn the shroud.
Well, I thought they were just gonna just let them, just leave them and never talk about them again.
Yeah, but they keep chucking
But then
them
they
back in
brought
for
them
no
back.
reason.
Yeah. So
Just let them die if you don't want to deal with them.
Go away! I don't want to hear about it.
Well,
Yeah.
I am. If they're gonna, oh God, see, it turned into a discussion about the elementals. But yeah, so
Yeah, well, you can't bring them up with that.
if they are gonna talk about the elementals in the story, I hope they do it properly and don't just do. No, I don't want them to touch the elementals now. Not post Shadowbringers. I don't want them to talk about the elementals because it's just gonna
No.
be they were ancient little things,
They
and
were
then,
the souls of ancients that couldn't make it to
Yeah.
the afterlife.
yeah,
Well,
that's
hey,
Sure.
I will say that I was in that same mindset with dragons
yeah.
pre Endwalker. I was like, it's just gonna be stupid. If you try to explain a space alien dragon, it's just gonna be stupid no matter what.
Yeah.
It was still kind of stupid, but like it felt right. It didn't feel like really, really uninteresting.
Right.
Yeah.
Which part are you specifically referring to?
Like we talked about it during like Shadowbringers. We would say like, I remember saying at least that like I don't talk about dragons and like space dragons because it's just
Yeah.
it's too hard to explain and it's too convoluted and it wouldn't be interesting
Right.
or it's satisfying. And I think they mostly ended up landing on the mark with their
Did you like the Omicron dragon like invasion thing?
I thought it was interesting.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
oh,
it was-
bye. Goodbye. Oh, there you
I
go.
think it was nicely done. Ultima Thule was a good wrap up of some of the older lore elements.
And did you? Well, especially
What?
if you've
Oh.
done the, especially if you've done the Omicron quest lines, that really gives you like the what's the word?
Closure.
Thank you. I was going to say climax. The closure you need for like the stories of all the races, in particular the dragons and the Omicron, which are the most relevant to us.
Right.
Yeah. I'll just say, Rare Beast, I don't agree with you that the dwarves are the only. I mean, the dwarves are cool, but Seto and the Amaro, you don't want to save them? What's wrong with you? The
They're
first has a lot
considered
of nice
like
things.
Fae as well.
Yeah.
And the little
they're related.
Numo people, they're cute. The first has a lot to offer.
Yeah.
They got
It's
the
a
Scandinavian
people
cat people.
Yeah, they're cool.
My
I
name
think
is
Beast was
Runar.
being, I think Beast was being hyperbolic, but
Yeah.
I do agree there is much to save and enjoy about the first.
Yeah.
Just get rid of Reen.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
it'll be fine.
Why are we complaining about the Pixies? The Fwath are the worst.
Yes, the stupid little water capper people. They're evil.
They're just dicks.
Yeah.
But like
They
in like a
drag you
whimsical
down and
way.
drown you.
That's true.
They just like to, have some goofs and gaffs.
Then drown
Sometimes they get to
children.
kill. Yeah. But they're having fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. As long as they're having fun, it's fine. Oh, the
Yep.
first was good.
The first was good.
I mean, that's why Shadowbringers is often considered the best expansion by many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it probably is. We've done that though.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you, A Rare Beast. One. Sorry, it's important. Okay, we'll do one short one as well. This one is from Cafe, from Ragnarok.
Whoa.
Hello, completely unrelated. Can we have Sabik as a boss of the Pandæmonium raid? Thank you. Take care.
Pretty cool.
If you want,
Can we finally get Sabik?
do we? Yeah, can we just know? Let us just
No.
know.
You get his heart.
Well, let us know what it is.
Because it is
Let us know what it is.
infuriating because Koji Fox once said that it was coming soon. And that's a long time ago. Soon has come and gone, Koji Fox. Where is
Why was
Sabik?
the heart of
Where's our
Sabik
Sabik
in
lore?
Ultima, or whatever the hell it was. I can't even remember. But the heart of Sabik.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, the heart of Sabik was the power source
For Ultima.
Ultima.
But where did it come
But
from? Why was it
what
mentioned?
is Sabik?
Well, yeah, where did it come from? Because, like, I believe the story has officially confirmed it to be, like, Orthos, but, like,
Yes.
who made it?
It
Where did it
needs
come from?
more
Why?
information.
Yeah.
It needs way more information. Or just don't name it.
Pandæmonium would make sense if they want to have a Sabik cameo there.
It would make sense, but we are kind of in the present for Pandæmonium now, so I don't know how they'll explain it, but
That's true.
timey-wimey stuff, maybe it'll work out.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I would say yes. I would love to see that. I don't even know. I can't even visualize what a Sabik would be.
What
It went
is-
into the ITScope, didn't it?
Didn't we talk about it before that like Sabik is part of like
Oh shit! You're right.
a little star constellation thing, like a astrology thing? Astrology
In real
constellation?
life?
Oh yeah, but
I feel like we said that once, didn't we?
yes, it rings a bell. But yeah,
It's,
I don't know what constellation be part of, but I think it's maybe so. It might be related to the 12 that way.
yeah, maybe.
One of their constellation.
The 13th is Sabik.
It's a binary
Oh,
star in
that'd be intriguing.
Ophiuchus. Which, interesting. Actually, no, Rollo. You've just got onto something very interesting.
Oh,
Okay. Wait,
So-
was
go
that
on.
it?
Hang on.
You're gonna tell? No, we can't
So-
hang on. Dead air.
No.
Sabik
No.
is a star, also known as Eta Ophiuchi, in the constellation of Ophiuchus, which is the 13th zodiac.
oh,
That is interesting.
Ooh, That
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Rollo.
I feel like we talked about this. I didn't
We
just pull this out of my
probably
head.
But that is interesting.
Yeah.
The
But
13th.
I think
so
this-
maybe Sabik is related to the unknown 12, the 13th 12.
Someone's gonna comment that like they actually in the game they explained
Oh,
everything.
Shut up.
And you're
if you're gonna comment that, don't comment it. We don't want to know.
Actually, in the
Love-
Final Fantasy
to be
14
honest-
TCG, the card says
yeah.
Part of the
No, if it has been explained, please comment it because I actually want
Yeah.
to be able to
Yes.
remember that and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, go
like
on.
keep it recorded and decide whether I like that explanation.
The game is like
Yes.
almost 10 years old. It's impossible to remember everything. And I
Yeah, so
feel
just-
like I would have
Just
remembered
give us
if
some slack. Okay?
if there was info on Sabik because I've
I
always
feel
wondered.
like yeah, I agree. I feel like I would have remembered if there was a satisfying explanation rather than something like vague.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. You know what? I'm feeling generous. We're doing one more. We're doing one more MogMail, okay?
Oh.
This is from Ines Gwendolyn from Phoenix. Hello, speakers. Me again. I'm writing today to hopefully learn more about how reward fates and special weather worked in 1.0. As you know, there are tons of reward fates in the game today, like Chai, Coral Regina, and Ixion. Special weather conditions like hyperelectricity in Az's Law, tension in the Shroud, quick Levin, I'm assuming, in the Locks, etc. What I hope you can tell us more about is how this worked back in 1.0. Did Eorzea have any kind of special weather or reward fates that the players would run for special loot, or did behests fill this role at the time? Were there other skirmishes that could be compared to the reward fates of today? Look forward to hearing your thoughts on this. Keep up the good work. Sincerely, Innes, the weather guy.
Weather guy. Oh.
Yeah?
This is a Lakeel question. I will say there definitely weren't fates in 1.0.
No fates, but the behests is what became fates. It's just proto fates. Very few. There were reward fates and special weather. There wasn't a lot of special weather. There were. Okay, so there were special weather conditions. But they were very few. I'm trying to think of obviously there's the Dalamud weather, which came later, but other than that, the special weather was usually tied to the fights, with Ifrit and Good King Mog Mog.
Man, remember that? When you were going to be able to summon the primals in the overworld? And
yeah. So I was thinking about if it affected fishing. I don't think it was that deep in 1.0. I don't think there was a weather system for fishing, but I might be wrong, because I literally picked up a fishing rod, tried it once, and I recoiled in horror, and I never touched it again. So I actually don't know anything about fishing.
Can you remind me how fishing works in 1.0?
No. Well, it's like the mini game for gathering in 1.0 was literally the mini game that's now in the Gold Saucer.
Yeah.
It's that, but in fishing. So
which one is it more similar to, the mining one or the botany one?
The botany one is the one that's most. Yeah,
that's the worst one.
The botany one is better than the mining one. The mining one's way less accurate.
That's true. That's true. The mining one's horrendous. In general though, there weren't a lot of achievement rewards either in the game. So yeah, it's 1.0 is very incomplete.
I mean, you can tell when the achievement for melding something with 5 materia gives 40 achievement points.
Yes. Yeah.
Wild, right? I mean, yeah, maybe that.
But let's not forget that was fucking difficult. If you failed a meld, you not only lost the materia, you lost the item.
Oh, that's true.
And the success rate in 1.0 was much lower than it is today. So you were going to spend millions of gil trying to get that achievement.
I agree. I just think it's absurd they never adjusted it. Maybe they should have
achievement.
They deserved. There is nothing that difficult for crafters in the game today.
I agree. That's why I said I think they should have kept that and then made a new one for people that started with 2.0. Because I think
legacy
does it still give you that achievement?
Yeah, it still does. It gives you that one. Because when I did it, I just got. You know what I did to fucking hack this shit? Because this was before I'd done much crafting. I just got one of the hooded body pieces because that gives you 4 guaranteed materia slots.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I thought that would be isolated as a legacy only achievement, but I guess they.
No.
Okay, that's
I think it should be.
Yeah. Because the people that did that, they suffered. The 1.0 people that did that, that's true suffering.
Oh, you've already been given enough.
Yeah, because okay. Because I feel like I should not be rewarded. I mean, not that achievement points are really used for anything, but I don't feel like I should be rewarded with 40 achievement points for melding something with 5 materia. Whereas completing, I don't know, 10,000 fates only gives me 10.
Right.
I completely agree that the achievement point system in this game is trash. There's no heads or tails of it.
Absurd, isn't it? Yeah.
Complete 1 dungeon, 20 points.
Yeah.
Complete 100, 10.
It seems random. They don't really.
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And please, I agree with Georgi. add more things to
Yeah.
buy with these achievement rubbish you added.
Why have
in
you
with that
forgotten
man.
about Jonathan? What is
Yeah.
happening? Like he's
Just add some stuff to reward us for doing achievements.
with
I'm pretty sure they haven't added something to purchase with achievement points since launch Shadowbringers.
right.
It was the ribbon, right?
The ribbon.
Yeah, it was the ribbon.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed. You changed the cool veteran reward system, which rewarded you for being a nerd, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and added in it to Jonathan. And
They
nothing's
also
fine.
said they were going to do those limited time. You have to be subbed from now until now to get things like the Falcon, but they've never
Oh.
done that since then.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check yourself, Yoshi-P. Sort it out.
Yep. Okay.
But I'm
well,
sorry, Innes. No, there weren't fates in.
No, well, I
in
think
1.0.
they know that there wasn't fates, but because they do mention behests. Well, maybe they
Yes.
didn't. Maybe yeah, because behest was essentially just a large scale leave quest. That
Was
just
there a
spawned randomly.
quest called "You're the Behest Around"?
I hope there was.
I hope so too. And you said that, and I feel like there actually was one similar to
think.
that.
If it was a quest, it could have also been an achievement.
Simply
Well,
the
that's fine too.
behest,
Simply the
perhaps?
Behest. That's fine too.
Yeah, something
They're
like
both
that.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, there were special weather types in Lenosha. There was storm, like wind, like you would see like physical like wind things like blowing around in the
Well,
wind, like leaves
now
and shit.
That's more common in just
Yeah,
ocean zones in general.
but that
now.
was, you have to remember that 1.0 was very basic. Like everything we can take
Mhm.
called basic today was special back then. And then there were like heat waves, I think, in Thanalan. And
Oh, I love heat waves in Thanalan. That could be a
Oh, it's so
song
bright,
title.
Mila.
yeah,
Oh, it feels good though.
I don't remember
I
what the
don't
special.
imagine it would for the character.
I don't know what the
The
special
weather effects
weather
are good in this game.
was
Was it thunderstorms?
in Gridania or Shroud.
Britannia is the rarest. Yeah, that one has thunderstorms usually. It's rare.
And maybe it was thunderstorms.
Because it has two. I don't know if thunderstorms happen in other zones, but it could also be just like thunder. Because I know in Gridania you can just get thunder as a weather effect, but
Yeah.
like without the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've said this before, but the what I'm really sad about 1.0 not getting was something they demoed in before the launch, and that was it was going to have a dynamic weather system where the weather actually rolled in, and you could see it roll in.
Nikhil.
No.
Every MMO since the dawn of time has come along with these nice. Yeah, we'll add in like emergent gameplay and this dynamic weather system. It never happens.
Yeah.
It never happens.
I wish I could find it. I've looked for it before, and I just can never find it again. It was like it was shot from like a
And you could
convention.
storm chase, couldn't you, Luca? You could go from like the Shroud to the Notion. You could storm chase.
No.
Yeah.
This they showed it working. Like they showed the sky, and you could see in the distance, and it's just real time.
That's cool.
It was this clear weather, and then you could see storm clouds slowly coming, and then as it came closer, it would like block the sun, and it would get dark, and then it would rumble. It was really cool, but
The games never give on their promises, do they?
yeah, I feel like that's something that was. I mean, it's cut very early because there's no trace of that ever being like a thing in the released game.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure they. Oh wait, is it this one?
He could have worked on jumping
No.
instead. Whoever made that weather system.
Yeah. No, I'm sure someone can find it out there. It is out. It is somewhere on YouTube. I just wish I knew the title.
Same with the Odin cloth physics.
Yes, the Odin. Well, that's just a feature that
Rollo,
we.
you muted.
Oh, Rollo, you are muted.
I was just saying people were still so hung up on the on the cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is
Yeah,
something
good.
we still have. So I mean,
Yeah,
they
when
can
you're
just turn
wearing
it
the
on.
veil inside the Sanctum of the 12, you have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks amazing.
The
The first time I saw it, I was like, hang on, does it
the
do that
ex-
outside?
the
I was like so
excuse-
amazed.
it will clip excuse doesn't work anymore because everything in this game clips. So I don't
Right?
understand
Yeah.
why the cape is like the hill they want to die on for this like clipping issue, but
Maybe just make it not hugely affected by wind.
Yeah, they might
So
be
it doesn't
that
just
might
like
be a
go
problem.
through
Very
your character
difficult.
on the front.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
I think it would be difficult to give it its own physics separate from the world.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Mhm.
Too many bones. They ain't got enough bones.
So many bones.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, that's it. Thank you, Innes. I hope we gave you something there. Now we can move on to patch 6.35. We have a lot to talk about here. So I guess
I didn't like the way this one. I mean, maybe it happens all the time. I always forget, but I don't like the way this 0.5 one came in just super suddenly.
It always happens like that.
Yeah, it always.
I don't like it.
It is always very sudden.
You want UCP to call you the week before, or like 2
I
weeks?
just feel
ahead?
like 2 weeks notice something. Just say, we're releasing the patch on this day.
Yeah.
It wouldn't go amiss.
Well, we're gonna go through the patch notes and then we'll discuss each point as they appear on the
As they
notes.
come.
Okay, so we're not going. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good way of doing it.
Yeah. Okay. So Eureka Orthos is first. We have done the
Rabanasta.
what?
Rabanasta.
Very Rabanaster. Is that what you said?
Oh, what's her name? The
Oh,
NPC?
yeah, it is.
Oh,
Rabin.
Right. Okay.
Rabanasta.
Jesus. We've done the first 50 floors now.
We've
Yeah,
done the first 50.
we don't have. We've done the story, like the first storyline, and then some of the extra stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's clear that it's the easiest of the three, which is probably fine, I think.
Reasonably blown away by the boss design.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think
Yeah.
the bosses are the most complex they've had.
Yes.
Super good.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm still so disappointed though. It's boring.
No, I agree
It's
with you.
not
That's
boring.
just the same.
It's the same. Like,
I'm enjoying myself.
Hmm.
Let me
I
have
mean,
fun.
You
good
won't
for
be in,
you,
like,
but
2 months' time.
Maybe they could have done something different. I mean, I like that the summons kind of like follow you. That's neat.
Yeah, it's not just like a
Um,
room clear or whatever anymore.
Yeah.
I guess it's cool some of the enemies can insta kill you in weirder ways.
Lots
Yeah.
of enemies can insta kill you Rollo at higher floors. Almost everything has an insta kill ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think it's bad. I can enjoy it a little bit, but like it's the same.
It's
No
better than
real-
Heaven on High, I would say.
because it doesn't have GM Flatgrass.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Visually, I like it more than
Um,
Heaven on High.
It's got good visuals. The boss design's fantastic. You can
Yeah,
at
I'm
least
glad-
admit that the bosses are really well done.
I mean,
yeah, I'm glad the bosses are better. Like they seem to be more interesting.
I mean, have you seen the level? Have you seen the floor 40 boss, Rollo?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Right.
It's a proto Twintania, and it uses fucking twisters.
I mean, that's
pretty
cool,
fun.
but that's just a boss fight. 90% of the time, I'm not fighting a boss. I'm in the same Palace of the Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, you're correct.
I
And it
think
was our fear before going into this that they would do the same. and
one
they
thing
did.
I noticed when we did our run is that a lot of the rooms are very packed with mobs.
Yeah.
It feels like there's a higher
I've heard
density,
that-
but that might just have been just a bad run for us. That we were just
No,
that's just what happened.
I've heard that the spawn rate for mobs is higher in this than in previous deep dungeons.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I mean, if you're gonna try and if you're gonna look at it objectively, it's not innovative.
Yeah, it's
There's
just,
nothing new to it. So I mean, I agree. If you love Palace of the Dead, you'll love this. But if you're the average player who uses it for leveling and maybe wants the solo challenge,
yeah.
You're gonna have an all right time. But you're gonna get every single 10 floor set. You're probably gonna get a little bit bored by like the 7, 8, 9th floor and think, God,
Yeah. Yeah.
at least the boss is here, and then I'll have a break.
I think the room design is very cool. I think the aesthetic
Visually,
is
it's
very
very
nice and
good.
unique.
And it
I mean,
changes
and, like-
very regularly.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
It changed a lot faster than expected. Like we
For the
saw
story bit, it was every floor,
every floor and
or every
then
10 floors, even every set at least. But
yeah.
and
then
now it's already started
every-
to change again. I think
Is it like every 20 floors after that?
Something
perhaps?
like that. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how the floor design is more unfriendly in terms of like making it to get around mobs now, which I guess could for some people might be more annoying. But I like that they've managed to adjust the challenge in that way as well.
Yeah, it feels less obvious copy paste because sometimes there's literally like a dump down. You're like going into like a little valley, if you will, and then you fight there, and then you go up. Instead of
Yeah.
like in Palace of the Dead, it's usually the zigzag hallway that connects always, and it's
With very square rooms.
yeah, very square rooms. Here it feels a little more dynamic. It feels a little more different.
But it's just it's just.
I mean,
it's just an
there's only
aesthetic,
so much you can do with this recipe. I mean, it is what it
Well,
is.
they didn't. It feels like they didn't try. Really,
They
were
followed
just-
the same recipe.
Yes.
Like I think side content in 14 should be like innovative and at least somewhat different. Like an attempt to change.
I can tell you how you can make it better. Every
Like,
10 floors, you get you can choose between like 2 or 3 power-ups on your like roguelite run and create a build and see how it works out.
You just
Yeah.
want tech trees.
don't-
I don't necessarily think every piece of content in 14 needs to be innovative. I mean, people are always complaining about they want more dungeons, and those are like some of the least innovative content we have in this game. I
Well,
think
no.
people just
Like
Okay.
MSQ dungeoneering, I'm fine with the way it is. As in, like they'll throw some twist here and there, but that's like mindless content. Like it's not bad. I like dungeons. Like I like doing them.
Yeah.
The same way I like. Well, not the same way. I like doing Eureka Orthos too and Palace of the Dead. Like I like the mechanics of it mostly, but like it's side content. Like why is it just going to be the same at like every expansion essentially? Like again,
Yeah.
I know they do some like changing here and there,
Mhm.
and I mean I guess I shouldn't say they didn't put any effort. I feel like that's kind of hyperbolic, but it
Is
doesn't
it any
feel that
different
different.
from them just adding another 100 floors to Palace of the Dead each expansion instead?
Yeah, like
House of that is ugly.
Well,
I think Eureka is bad. Like the Eureka as relic content
the exploratory
is-
content, yeah.
yeah, I think that was bad, but I think it was innovative. Like they built on that, and they
Oh,
really
it was
did.
innovative.
Yeah, like
Bosnia was genuinely the pace of Bosnia, in my opinion, was good.
and why isn't that same kind of effort put into this? Like the change from Eureka to Bosnia, massive. It's still like the same kind of base mechanics, just they tried a bit more, you know. But now we
I
have
think
3. Oh, sorry, go on.
I think they did put effort into it. They put effort into what people that like this kind of content want from this kind of content. They made the mobs more challenging and interesting to fight. They made the bosses more mechanically complex. I feel like I'm the only person here that is who would want to defend this type of content, because I feel as though the Deep Dungeon is more popular in its current form than you three think it is.
I mean, I'm not even saying it's unpopular, but it's just
I'm not.
They-
I know you're not saying that, but I'm saying that's why they are not willing to change it.
But how could they not recognize the kind of stagnation and like design? at
Because
this-
people like it.
that doesn't mean you can't
I
try
mean, it was complete
to make
on
it.
day one, to be fair. It's been done.
Yeah. Also, I just don't like Heaven on High. I like the deep dungeon system. Let the record
Heaven
show.
might potentially ruin the reputation of Deep Dungeons, because that one they really missed the mark on.
Yeah.
If they had done this as the second one, and then maybe done something actually better for this expansion, that would have been a wiser move.
Chad is correct. They did recognize that it was getting stagnant, and that's why they didn't do it in Shadowbringers. But people wanted it back in its in a very similar form. So that is
why
why
didn't
they
they
just
just Palace of the Dead?
because you can't level during using that mailer. They want it to be relevant.
She could have easily just tuned it up.
Yeah, and
that would be a bit. That's
Wait,
a bit more than
tuned
that,
it up.
because
What are
you'd
you
have to go-
suggesting, Mela? What?
Yeah,
Just
that's
Palace
a
of the
bit
Dead
more
up
because
to 90 instead
Palace
now.
of the
No.
Well, that's essentially just making. I mean, at least they're giving us a story with this.
Yeah.
If they were just to tune up Palace of the Dead, then that's just
But
the
if
same
the people
content.
who want the story, the people who want the content are happy with Palace of the Dead. So
It's
they could
not
just
just
keep
that,
adding on to
they-
Palace
Well,
of the
also
Dead.
you have to
I
remember.
don't think.
Yeah, but if you didn't. Imagine how long it would take you if you had never done Palace of the Dead to catch up so you can do the new content that came with the patch if you've just started playing the game. You just want to do that's why they're doing it like this as well. So you can essentially just do what is the requirement for Palace of the Dead to do this? Like for the first 50 floors?
Level floor 50, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I agree with you. I think that like it would be very boring if it was just Palace of the Dead, like aesthetic over and over and over again.
But that's what
Yeah.
it feels like mechanically is the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
but the thing is, people like the mechanics. It's just like
But
the feel that they worry about.
that doesn't mean you can't like. Again, people liked Eureka, right? I mean, I don't agree with that. I think it was
Ah.
bad. But some people liked Eureka at least, and
I
they
think-
wanted.
I
more.
think it's-
Animus.
I think we're pretty clear that a lot of people did not like Eureka. That was like
Yeah, I think
pretty well
the issue
documented.
is, Rollo, the amount of people that like the content.
Yeah.
If more people like Eureka, they would have continued making Eureka content.
Yeah.
But they
that's
and they
the
did.
thing.
They made Bossia, but there still was not
But
enough
actually,
people.
you do bring up a good point, Rollo, because that actually shows what happens when the majority does not like something. They tried really hard to make it better. Like, they tried to change Eureka into something better by literally shifting things around, and it just... I mean, there was no saving it, obviously. But
yeah.
it was too late. But with Deep Dungeon, you see the opposite, because people like the recipe that Deep Dungeon has, and that's why they don't really change much. If it ain't broke,
Yeah.
don't fix it.
Yeah, the deep dungeon. You're looking at it as something that should be innovative every time. I think they see Deep Dungeon as just another thing like dungeons, like
Yeah.
like extreme trials, like raids. They're just seeing it as something that they have. I wouldn't say perfected, but like this is the content that people come for and they enjoy, and they don't see a need to make it significantly different lest they alienate the fan base that this content already has.
You got to do something. You can't just keep serving me the same burger. I like this burger, but you can't keep serving it to me over and over again. Maybe with mayo this time, maybe with lettuce.
I
Yeah,
agree,
I
I
agree
understand
with
what
you,
you
Rollo.
say, Rollo. I agree with
It's
that.
good
but,
content, but can this same formula last for the next 10 years?
right. Well,
Are you going to love Palace of the Dead, 14.0?
we are
Just
already
as much
seeing...
you do with Palace of the Dead.
There are some
original?
changes that we're seeing, like minimal changes, like we just talked about. Like it seems like the design of the dungeon changes more often than they did before.
Yeah.
That's
Design
one
is
thing.
becoming more complex.
Yeah,
the
it becomes more
Demiclones
complex.
are different to summons. Like the
Did they actually
So
stick
did
with you
people
for the
abandon
entire
last
floor?
one, though?
The
Do we
Yes.
only do Eureka Orthos now?
What do you mean?
Right, like is
No.
Palace of the Dead dead?
No, you can still do if you want the
Yeah.
Necromancer title. You can still try to do that.
yeah.
That content's not dead. You know, do you have the Necromancer title, Mela?
No, but I would like to go and get it. but
Exactly. So it's not dead.
I wouldn't say the minimal changes between them as enough to. I mean,
Well, some content is finished, you know, and you can do that and finish it. Not everything has to be perpetual forever,
I
you
mean,
know.
Is Eureka dead? People
Right.
still go into Eureka. Like what? I don't know what exactly you want in this instance.
No, I think it's okay to like have multiple deep dungeons. I don't think the idea of just constantly adding to the same thing would be so jarring eventually. To be like, we're at floor like 1,500. To be like, okay, I've just started the game, Final Fantasy 14. What is this deep dungeon thing that's getting a new edition today?
Yeah, I think I would be significantly less interested if they had just kept adding to Palace of the Dead rather than trying to at least make a new deep dungeon,
Yeah.
whether or not it's like going to surpass Palace of the Dead, like Heaven on High, or possibly the Eureka Orthos. It will.
But it's just the same
But
over and over again.
You see, I think that's what they're doing. Like I said, there are these minimal changes that we've seen now. They're doing it very carefully. with each.
At
Maybe
a
not enough,
snail's pace.
but you have to remember they have to maintain the player base that's already enjoying Deep Dungeon, that wanted to be. You know how people are with change. They hate it. If you change a system they love, they'll fucking come at you. And that's what they want to prevent. No, maybe not. Because that might kill it.
Well, no.
Right, I mean, kill the new one.
Failing things that are failing, like the diadem, they tried the fucking hardest to get that back. They kind of did with Ishgard Restoration finally. But that was a rough journey. We saw it with Eureka as well. Like there are a few things that they didn't try to save, like Lord of Verminion, which okay, I guess there was no way to save that. But like, if it's working, they don't really have to, you know. I will say I agree with. I was thinking about it earlier, but Mela said it. The leveling system feels completely pointless, at least in this iteration.
It's 10 levels.
It's not worth it.
It was done after like the second or third floor, I think, that we went in.
Yeah.
You were level 19.
What's the point?
I agree.
That felt a little.
I think that part's very unnecessary.
Like great in Palace of the Dead, though.
Yeah.
Yes, in Palace of the Dead.
You start from 1.
Yes.
So you're actually gaining your skills as you go along. It's really.
But you wouldn't want that to happen again, right? You don't want to start at level 1 again.
What do you like the? Why not? Do you want the content like that or not?
No, I would rather just wait. I would just rather have my full rotation.
Yeah, just let it be.
What's the thing? It's not.
Just take the leveling system out. Okay, we have to go. News side, so that's that. Hildebrand, we're not going to talk about. We're not having a spoiler cast today, so I don't think we're going to touch on this. But there's Hildebrand.
Should we talk about it next week?
Sure.
Because there's quite a bit of content. There's actually some interesting stuff to talk about in there.
Yeah, but we are going to talk about the relic.
Oh, no one's happy. Yeah.
Rollo, this is what happens when you get it your way. This is the worst.
Just make people mad.
This is the worst thing. This is how you kill content. Like this.
Seeds, baby.
I mean, talking about.
Maybe if this is Rollo's motivation, he shouldn't be in charge of content.
Right. Yeah. This is.
I say this for relics because I think they're some of the least important.
We literally just came up a discussion about Deep Dungeon not innovating enough. And for relics, you just want them to go
what
away,
they've done here
essentially.
is they've taken the Deep Dungeon approach and they've not innovated and they've done the same step twice in a row. So
what? No.
Yeah.
At least Deep Dungeon is giving you the same. This is less than what we've received.
This is giving me a very good weapon that will help me in my raiding.
Okay.
This is giving me prog, gear prog.
Okay. Moving on then.
So you like this?
I guess we're done. I guess we're done with this.
I thought,
all right, moving on.
Splinterous
tools.
Okay. No, it was a terrible step.
I just think it's funny. Like, it's genuinely funny to me that they made it that bad. And like, I mean, obviously, I don't want bad things in the game, like purposely, but like.
They've essentially
kind of funny.
They've removed a grind from the game. Essentially, that's what's happened.
It's still a grind because getting 1,500 tomes twice over is, it's
twice
just the first
over?
time. Yeah, because the first step's 1,500 of the same tomestone. You can only cap it at 2k, so it is a grind. It's just a really
it is
odd grind.
It is. But like this feels like what they would nerf it down to after the relic's not relevant anymore.
Well, that gives me hope that they'll nerf it down to like 200 tomes in like 2 years' time. So, whatever.
Yeah,
waste of time. You've failed with the relics this expansion, but the storyline's great.
Yeah, the storyline's fine.
What are they gonna do for the next step?
1,500 tomestones of curiosity, whatever it is.
That's crazy.
It's just gonna be tomes now. I think they've given up on relics.
I mean. Yeah, I fear that, I hope for better, I fear the worst.
Yeah.
Based on what
I'm
I've
not even
received so
hoping
far.
anymore.
There's too much complaining with each. There's too much complaining with each, no matter what. That's like a system that no one was happy with ever. So it was just never, I don't think anyone agreed that any step was good.
Yeah, because, I know not no one. I feel like the majority of people wouldn't like it, but I want something for a relic that's similar to the blue log. The thing I like about the blue log is you only have to do things once. And then it's ticked off in the thing, and you never have to do it again. That's kind of what I want from a relic. I want steps that can be ticked off once, that don't involve doing the same thing multiple times.
Yeah.
Kind of depressing when probably the greatest relic was Heavensward.
Well,
And that wasn't good.
It's sad.
But
It's
it
sad because it seems like
worked quite well.
people have forgotten what relics were supposed to be. They were supposed to just be like Yoshi P himself said it. It's supposed to be you would invest time for the reward
rather than skill.
rather than skill, which is what you do for savage weapons. But with this,
but there's supposed to be an expansion long grind, and then at the end of it, you've got your beautiful weapon. Now, you didn't even get it for like 6 months of the expansion because they hadn't bothered adding it. Yeah. And then you just do a funny quest line with a funny boardman and you get it for free.
People complain.
And then the next time you do the same.
Sorry, let me just say, people complain about the Heavensward relic as well. There seems to have been the rose-tinted glasses are heavy.
But if you think about all of them, you know, as a step-by-step, a Realm Reborn had a lot of variety, but was maybe slightly too grindy. Heavensward had a similar variety, but had made it slightly less grindy.
I remember all the complaints for the sand. I think people hated that shit.
And the
it wasn't great. I'm not saying it was good. I'm just saying it had a good level of variety.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I just want to, because a lot of people always say, "Oh, the Heavensward relic." No one hated it. It was the best relic ever. No. People complained the shit out of that.
The sand and the unidentified objects phase were the worst.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Stormblood, the only thing Stormblood did well was once you'd got one, the others were easy to get.
Yeah.
Like because you did the big grind for the first, like your red mage weapon, but after that you could easily get the samurai weapon or whatever.
Yeah.
Stormblood?
Yeah. That was Eureka.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, what did you say?
Okay.
Stormblood one. You know when you went into... You know, Stormblood was Eureka.
Stormblood was Eureka, yes.
You went in, you did the grind, you did the levels, you did all the quest steps and stuff, and then you got your samurai weapon.
Yes.
Everyone after that, you just had to get like 10 Pazuzu feathers or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how it works. Super easy on odds.
Yes.
I think it's crazy how different every like relic expansion thing. It's so there's no consistency almost.
No,
it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess they want to experiment sometimes with it, and other times they just want to throw in the towel and be like, "All right, get the tomes," which is
this one. They're just
weird. I don't know.
There's no passion in this relic.
It's over.
An expansion long grind.
Which?
Are you kidding me?
No one's happy with a relic, no matter what.
It would be an expansion long grind if I wanted every class's relic. Sure.
I mean,
relic is a hard thing to satisfy everyone.
I'll lie if I don't say that I'm relieved that it's this easy to get it. Obviously, but I'm sad that it's not content anymore. Like the relic is just like a short story, and then provide the tomes to get.
I don't feel any sense of satisfaction from getting this relic.
No. I feel like. What I want from a relic is I want to feel satisfied when it's done.
Yeah.
Even if I suffered a little during the process, I haven't felt strongly either of those.
I'm refusing.
And that is rose tinted in a way.
I'm not gonna do it.
You're not even doing this relic, Rollo.
Well, it's always going to be rose tinted because it's always going to be a relic's always going to be rose tinted as long as you finish it, because you get the satisfaction from the completed relic at the end. You're always going to be happy that you finished it, and it kind of makes all the work that went into it fade away a little bit in your memory.
Yeah.
I mean,
going back and doing a Realm Reborn relics as a max level character even gives me more satisfaction than this.
Yeah. I mean, Congo in chat is saying, that is essentially what we're seeing now. It is just a glorified shop.
Yeah, it's a tombstone. You're right.
And we're one step removed from just that being the relic from now on. Like in the next patch, relic patch, they'll be like, there is an NPC you interact with, get your weapon there. When is the next patch? Like that will be in like
major patch, like 6.4.
6.4.
I would suspect May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Late May,
so we're 2
maybe.
months away.
Oh my god, don't tell me that.
Yeah, that's why this is so crazy. They've removed something that you could do to like pass time in the game.
No,
which is its original purpose. We're moving on. I think even though Rollo is enjoying the fall of the relic, I think we can all agree it's a bad step.
It's bad. I feel for you a little bit, but I also have more schaden for you.
I see.
I see. It's a bad step, and so far, a bad relic.
Yes.
Well, actually,
looks
I'm gonna
nice.
ask her. Yeah, does it like look?
It
cool?
really looks nice.
Does it look
It
good?
does
liked
look
it.
good.
But I think they're
It's kind
old
of not
models just with a
super-
glow, right? Because my
It
It is.
weapon I
It is. It's
recognize.
the same. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same ones from the previous step,
Yeah.
but with glow. But that's
Yeah.
They usually
common
change
in
the
Relic.
model next time
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
glow, and then
Yeah,
next
yeah,
model and then glow.
Yeah.
Okay. Splendorous tools. I haven't. I've started unlocking this.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I haven't
This
started
is
this
really
at all.
funny. Oh, okay.
I've
well,
heard good things though.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I've seen people get their weapons. The weapons look. No, sorry, the tools. They look really good. They're like crystal themed.
Oh,
it
I've not
seems.
seen them in game.
They kind of
Like
look like the blue spirit weapons. If you
Oh
remember
no,
those.
actually no, I have
Yeah.
seen them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have seen them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look as nice as the Dragon Song ones, I don't think.
No,
but-
I don't. They don't have a glow, but I'm sure that
well.
comes later.
Yeah.
So this is
Alright,
like the
we'll
first
see.
step, technically.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's true. Yeah, I forgot
yeah.
how many steps we're going.
Yeah.
How tedious is it? Or at least you're doing a relic. You're doing a crafting one, Mailer. How tedious does it feel? Or does it feel like a good
I'm
pace?
doing a gathering one.
Oh, you're doing a
Oh, you're doing a gathering
those are
one,
the best
okay.
ones to start with.
I will
That's
say
what I'm
it's
gonna do as
exactly
well.
the same as last time.
They do kind of glow, yeah, but it's like the basic glow, you know, like as
Yeah,
in
it's the
like
base
it's light.
For hand, usually the trickiest thing with hand is needing the like extra random items.
The materials. Well,
Yeah.
the things I've heard is that particularly one of the biggest grinds is just like things that require scripts,
Mhm.
but you can also
Yeah.
buy them with the Loperate stuff.
Yeah, there's a big script grind. But if you're not
Yeah.
going to be some like absolute no lifer who does it all on day one, you'll be fine. Just take your time with it.
Yeah.
You've got 2 months.
See, this is how you do relics.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
this is a proper like time sink, but it's
They
still
did it for
you can still
Sky
do
Steel
it,
Tools.
you
They
know?
did it for this.
yeah. A lot of people
It's
already
risky.
have multiple crafting relics, so it's not that hard to do either. Like if you're really
No.
committed to it.
But
The
it's
last
giving
step's
them
hard.
something to do. Yes,
Yeah.
but it's giving them a reason to be in this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it feels
This
a
step will
little
be
good
fine.
when you get them. Like you worked
It-
for it. You know.
It feels good when you've got. I say when I did that Sky Steel one, I felt very good.
When I got
And
my
it's
just
difficult.
when I got my relic, the last step of the relic, the actual relic, the Manderville weapon.
Yeah.
I was just using tomes that I had accumulated from doing roulettes.
Yes.
I already
yeah,
had
it was
the tomes.
2000. Yeah, it was capped.
I felt nothing when exchanging it.
This brought you no joy.
It was just a transaction that happened.
Yeah,
And I'm
It
like,
was very
okay,
Yeah.
disappointing.
there it is, I guess.
I don't feel good when I pay for things.
No.
But as a
It's,
pro, I
uh,
would feel good in game.
No, yeah.
This feels good from the get go.
Yes.
No bed talk
It is-
right
it-
after.
No. So
It is essentially the same thing. Though. It's getting the gobbledygook.
right, okay, yeah. But the at least I'm glad this released at the same time. So at least I can do
Yeah.
this and feel like
Yes.
I'm working on a relic.
This gives me something to look forward to once I'm settled into this patch.
Yeah.
It'll follow the same steps, I imagine. So the last one will be expert recipes, which are actually quite difficult.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's straightforward.
Yeah.
Depending on your gear, I'm doing it in like level 80 gear because I'm lazy, and it's going fine for me.
Oh, that's
Okay.
yeah, okay.
So it's not like difficult.
It sounds.
to fulfill.
It's probably going fine for you, but it's probably going slow.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not
Okay.
too bad.
You're gonna have to work a little extra hard with that then, I think. But
Yeah.
that's fine.
I want to show you guys something. I know, look, you can cut this out if you want to or something, but just I'm gonna paste something I just thought was so
I
relevant.
don't know if we really have time to be doing
we don't
things
have
that are
time.
going to be
I
cut
know,
out of the
I
edit.
just-
What is
Just-
this?
I feel it so hard.
Can I click this? Is it
Yeah,
safe?
It's
it's
It'll show
me.
on stream. Just so
Yeah.
we're clear. Okay.
I like it. I just yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
R.I.P.
Okay.
Good relic.
Loperate.
Okay. Loperates we're not going to talk about too much. It's out. First
We're just talking about
impressions.
the basics rather than the story.
Yeah. Yes.
I like the song that I like the new song that plays in the little beast tribe zone. Oh, sorry, tribe
Yes.
zone. I don't like how much it's making me travel all over Bestaway Boroughs.
100%
No,
agree.
I agree.
It's not a well-designed route.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
It makes me upset.
No,
it's like one of the smallest like tribe zones technically, and like where you have to quest, but it's annoying to get around.
Yeah,
Yes.
it
Well,
doesn't
it's
feel good.
irritating because you have to go left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think this would have been less bad if the tribe like hub was at either the far left or the far right,
Yeah.
and you could just go in a line.
Yeah.
But
Literally,
you have to go-
pretty upsetting.
Yeah.
if you could just teleport to the left and right side from like the entrances from like the club, or
Yeah.
even from the 8th to right, like that'd be perfect. Like
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But otherwise it's just come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
yeah, cute
it's
little
all right. It's
spot.
nice.
Yeah. We'll talk more about the story.
Lady.
Whoa.
Oh, she hates
Jesus.
rabbits.
Whoa, that was demonic.
Yeah, we can do a full review.
Yeah, we'll do a
of
full
this
review of
thing.
that at a later time when we've got further into that. For housing, there's some new furnishings. There's this cute.
I like this.
It's a poo man.
Oh, yeah, it's a poo man.
It's a corpacur.
Yeah, it's
But
a
the mud
corpacur.
one.
It's a
It's a mud.
Sorry, it's a dorpacur.
Yeah.
Dorpacur.
I
Cute.
like it.
Yeah, like that. Outdoor furnishing. And then for indoor furnishings, we have the dance floor from Loperitz.
Oh, that's the thing I won.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the elegant thing on the wall.
And the
Oh, the things in the back. Oh, that's cool. Those come from the deep dungeon. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the dance mat only costs. The dance floor only costs 2 of the Loperit currency. So people aren't going to make money for it, but people are easily going to be able to set up their dance clubs.
yeah. And look, they've even in this venue provided seating for the children, so that's kind of them.
Oh, Mela. No, don't.
Do not bring your kid to
Don't
the
do
club.
that.
Don't do that.
Okay. Anyways, there's also a table? Long table?
Long table.
Long
It's like a
table.
banquet table.
Yeah.
I guess it's for food.
Yeah. Are
What
those
a depressing house.
What did I was gonna say? This looks so sad. But yeah, it's a low coffee table.
It's
of
a-
course it
that's
is. Yeah,
very
look.
long.
It's
a
a
very
long
long
coffee
coffee
table.
table.
Yeah, it's the same size as
Yeah.
a dance mat.
Yeah,
What was that demon?
it was just my neighbor coming home.
Oh.
Oh, okay. You
so-
live next to a demon.
Yeah, I do.
There's
I
demons
do.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay. Manderville, triple triad. We don't need to talk about.
Yes, and there's this hairstyle though.
Just fuck me up, fam. God
Yeah.
damn.
You know, it has
When your barber gets the lawnmower out.
it has grown on me a little bit.
I think
Oh, it has? Make it your primary hairstyle right now.
I will not.
Yeah.
When Lakil says that, Rollo, he means he appreciates it on particular people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highlanders seem to it seems to go well with
Yeah.
Highlanders
Yeah,
specifically.
Highland's okay. Please.
Yeah, like
But don't on
a-
bunny boys
Yeah,
if you
or
play a
girls.
rabbit,
That does not
Yeah.
look good.
I'm sorry, all female characters. You will have the biggest fucking 5-head ever.
Yeah.
oh, you haven't seen Male Vieira with this.
No,
Oh.
they yeah. Well,
Oh,
we do
okay.
have
Oh,
one
that's
here.
a saffron
Yeah.
head.
There he is.
That's
That's a
a
Makote.
capital.
Oh yeah, shit. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. It's a hairstyle, so if you want that,
You know,
Want it,
enjoy that.
few bangers for hairstyles recently, I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
They need another hairstyle design contest.
Yeah.
we have to talk about this emote because we talked about it last week, and unfortunately, I mean, this was worse than I thought. If you are a Vieira,
We should say that this is data mined information because this is currently not available.
but it's everywhere. We can't not talk about the fact
Oh yeah,
that
it's absolutely
if
everywhere.
you use this emote, you're gonna get double. You're gonna get a double set of ears. That's just how it is. Which is exactly what I expected. So love that.
Great. What everyone wanted.
Yes. The new mount. The new chocobo barding.
I love this return to these elegant things have added a really nicely.
Yeah, new minions with
Oh, he's cute.
elegant mandragora. This looks nice.
This one's cool.
I want this
Elegant umbrella.
I assume
First umbrella, that
it
looks
drops
great.
deep dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Dude, I am so torn on this because I've been so tired of the Allegan aesthetic, and now we're just getting hardcore Allegan shit.
Yeah.
Also,
And I'm not angry. So you know.
No.
Also, how dare you, Mela? The Paraserpent of Ronka is the best umbrella.
Oh no,
That's
yeah,
true.
sorry,
That
you
is
are
true.
right. Yeah, I forgot about that one. There are 2 good umbrellas in the game now.
Yeah. I am.
the Capture.
So I just have to make this statement right now. I love the Allegan aesthetic again. Okay?
Good.
So you can put that on my wiki, okay?
That's all you, man.
Yeah,
I'm still.
I have
I'm
changed.
entire
Specifically though, that white and blue aesthetic they go for with like the umbrella.
Oh yeah.
That's peak.
Yes.
That is so good.
That is pretty good.
That is this color scheme they went for with the super secret mount
Yeah.
that I really want.
Yeah.
That armor from Stormblood's the same. Was it early Allegan? Is what the era's called?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
That
one
was
with
good
the
too.
PvP stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. I don't know if there's anything else to
I
talk
don't think
about
there's
in
anything else worth
system.
noting.
No.
As an air wiggle, that's probably the.
Well, that's the emote.
That's the emote. So yeah.
Spatial audio. Hell yeah.
I need an update to the spatial audio. I noticed that as well.
Right, so there you are. That is patch 6.35. If you have any insight, if you want to talk about, you know, I don't know why I'm opening up for this, but if you have any insight about the Lalafell chair, I guess you can send us a MogMail. But you know, or in the comments.
You know
Yeah.
what?
They sound
Plead your
open to their
case.
opinion.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to hear the opinion, you know. I feel like I'm so far removed from it. Like when I saw that forum post, like I said, I thought it was a joke. So maybe there is
Yeah.
something. I don't play Lalafell, so I don't know what's going on.
I think it's a very.
Is it like
small
an
group of
RP
people.
community problem, perhaps?
I
Is
don't
that what
know.
it is? But you know,
Well, that's
Some
like
of the
an
things they
internal
claim
problem,
to
I
have been
feel like.
told
mm,
are bad, but it feels very like small spread, not widespread at all.
Right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. That is the end of the show. We will be back, of course, next week. Same time, same place. Remember to follow on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfHighland, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord in chat if you want to join our Discord server. If you're watching on demand, if you're watching on demand, link is in the description. Oh, also, a very fun fact. We talked about TikTok the other day. I'm starting to roll out TikToks from our
Speakers TikToks
clip
out, guys.
highlights.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
We're so down with the kids.
We are, dude. We are.
Check it.
There are only 2 videos, and then just like Kay's cooking, because I thought that's the easiest one to like edit. Just watching Kay's cooking. But there you go. We're on TikTok now.
Yeah.
We're not actually on TikTok. This is just a test.
It's a
Okay.
test. Maybe we will one day.
We're
Who
just
knows?
making sure we're out there and exist.
Check out our weekday
We need-
streams as well.
We need to be hip with the kids. We
I
can't
think
be
our
left
TikTok
behind.
handle is Speakers Network. So there you
There
go.
you go.
There you go. Find us. All right. See you in the post show if you're watching live. We'll be answering questions from the syndicate. See you then.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.